I decided to go to a garage sale across the street. And since I just barely moved in last week, I wanted to get to meet my new neighbors. And I am loving this neighborhood so far. Everyone seems friendly around this block. Meanwhile, I was looking at the items. I then found a very cute doll just sitting there. I think it's very cute. And I used to be a huge doll collector when I was younger. But I gave them away to my little cousin who loves dolls and she enjoys them. And also because I just grew older and stopped collecting. But I'm thinking of just having one doll for my new home instead. I then introduced myself to my neighbor, and she is very kind. She said that this doll belonged to her daughter who just went off to college, and it was just there inside a box with other old toys, and she decided to sell it. So I proceeded to buy the doll and went on my way back home. This is a perfect place for her. Now, I am going to order some food because a couple of my friends are coming by to visit in a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, my friends Paola and Mina came over to hang out. We were having a good time and all. Also, I decided to bring up the vibes, so I played some music as well from my playlist on my phone. Then I excused myself to use the restroom. As I was making my way over to the bathroom, I noticed my new doll was sitting down on the middle of my bed, which is very strange because I remembered putting her on my shelf at the living room. Maybe I am just tired and placed her over here by mistake, since I only had a couple of hours of sleep last night because of work and also moving all of my stuff over here at my new home. But whatever though. Furthermore, as the time passed by, we decided to watch a horror movie called Friday the 13th. It's one of my favorite movies, and I love the movie franchise itself. Once it hit 11 o'clock p.m., Mina had to leave because she had to wake up early tomorrow. But Paola was staying over for the night, which makes it my first sleepover at my new place, which I am excited about. Paola and I were having a good night. We were serving ourselves some ice cream in the middle of the night. Paola and I were continuing watching Friday the 13th and enjoying our ice cream. I have to say, eating ice cream in the middle of the night, in your pajamas, with your best friend, hits different. This is a good night. What was that? I said. The sound came from either the bathroom or my bedroom. We went to check out my bedroom first. We walked inside and saw my new doll like before. But we noticed the window open though, which was strange, because I remember I closed the window. Where did you get this cute doll? Paola said. A neighbor was having a garage sale across the street. I thought it was cute, so I bought it, since I used to collect dolls when I was younger, I said. Since we didn't find anything strange. Besides, my window opened, which was strange though because I remembered closing it. But whatever, though I might just be tripping because I haven't slept good lately. We went back to the living room to finish watching the movie. When we went back to the living room, we noticed that the TV was turned off, which we remembered that we left it on. But then we heard somebody trying to open my door from the kitchen that led to my backyard. We walked over to the kitchen slowly as Paula and I both grabbed our pepper sprays for self-defense. As we were heading over to the kitchen, we overheard somebody opening the door, and then we saw the door fully opened as we got there. This is some weird stuff happening right now. I then closed the door. Someone is ringing my doorbell. But why would anybody be doing this during this time of night, especially at midnight? Instead of opening the door, we looked out from the window to check who it was, but nobody was there. Okay, this is getting weird, Paula said. I am going to call the cops so they can check around the house. I said, good idea, Paula said, as she agreed with me. I started to dial 911.
Hi, you dialed 911. What's your emergency?
We need the police. Someone unlocked and opened my door from my kitchen that leads to the backyard, and also someone was pushing my doorbell repeatedly many times, but I checked and nobody is out there. My friend and I are at the living room, but we need the police to check around my house for safety, to make sure nobody is inside or outside my home, I said. After calling for the police, we then heard someone opening and closing my bedroom door repeatedly. But right when we went to check it out, nobody was there. And we got closer to my bedroom door, and we are literally hearing footsteps, like someone is inside my bedroom walking around. Paula and I had a plan to open the door and have our pepper sprays ready for anything. I slowly took a deep breath as I turned the doorknob slowly. I kicked the door very hard and it hit the wall. We entered inside my bedroom, but nobody was inside here. And also my new doll that I just bought at the garage sale wasn't sitting down on top of my bed anymore. This is getting weird. Is my new house haunted or something? All of a sudden, there was hard banging coming from my closet, like someone is inside my closet and hitting it very hard. There is someone or something inside my closet. We didn't want to open it to find out. Instead, we froze in shock and fear. Then, suddenly, the hard bang stopped, and the door slightly opened by itself. Oh, heck no, I said. Oh, shoot, what is that? Paula yelled. A nasty, creepy-looking hand appeared opening the door. We were shocked, and we ran out of there before whatever that thing came out. When we ran over to my living room, we noticed my new doll sitting down at the couch. Your doll might be haunted. It literally wasn't there before, Paula said. Who cares about the doll? We need to leave now. There is a freaking monster inside my closet, I yelled. When we ran over to my front door, I tried opening it, but it was jammed. I couldn't open it, even though after when I unlocked it, when we heard sounds of laughter behind us, we turned around and we are literally seeing right Now that doll is floating in midair in front of us. The doll was getting closer to us. I then smacked the heck out of that thing, knocked it down, and we ran over to the kitchen. We tried opening the door that led to the backyard, but it was stuck. We couldn't open it either. Suddenly, we overheard footsteps coming from my bedroom, like someone coming out from my bedroom. We stayed still to listen. "Oh no, we forgot about that thing from your closet," Paula said in fear. I was using all of my strength to break down the glass door because those footsteps were getting closer. I didn't waste any time. Right when I was almost done breaking down this door, we stopped hearing those footsteps all of a sudden. It was very strange, but we then heard heavy breathing like a person inside the kitchen with us, but we couldn't see them. "I think the breathing is coming from behind us," I said. So then Paula and I slowly looked behind us as we felt the heavy breathing and a presence behind us. Oh heck no, we ran as fast as we could. When we escaped my house from these monsters, I decided to head over to my neighbor's house where I bought the doll from at the garage sale. But the strange part is nobody is living there anymore, and it's up for sale as well. I ask myself, did the owner of this haunted doll know about that doll being haunted? Maybe that's why they disappeared out of nowhere, so they won't have to deal with it anymore? This is very strange. I have decided to leave this neighborhood. I am going to stay with Paula in the meantime. I get to the bottom of all of this